May we have your attention, please? We want to get started on time. We have a lot of presentations to make tonight. Very outstanding scholarships and awards. We'd like to try to not hold you here any longer than an hour. So that means we want to move things along at a rapid pace. We would ask that you would hold your applause until the presenter starts the applaud himself, and that'll let you know he's through with that group. If we start applauding to every person that's called up, we'll be here all night. So if they call 5 or 6 people up as soon as they start the applause, and that means you're going to applaud for that particular group of people. Okay, there are programs back on the tables. We will try to follow that order. We do have a few substitutions in that program, but I think you can follow along. The first award we'd like to make tonight are the senior academic letters. And to qualify for an academic letter, you must have a grade point average of 3.70 or better. And for seniors, you must have been enrolled in at least 12 of the new basics, as they're called. That's English, math, science, social science, computer science, and foreign language. Would the 3 seniors please come forward? Lana Knedlick, James Persinger, and Tandy Coast. These are these 3 students that met the requirements for the academic letter. They have met these requirements for 4 years in a row. Lana had a grade point average of 4.0, James 3.94, and Tandy Coast 3.94. We do have co-salutatorians this year, and those are the 2. We want to congratulate them with a certificate and a bar to put on their previous academic letters. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, the other award that I want to present tonight is the Presidential Academic Fitness Award, instituted about 4 years ago by Ronald Reagan to encourage excellence in scholastic endeavors. And to qualify for that award, you must have an ACT composite of 80 percentile or better, a grade point average of 3.3, and at least 12 units in the new basics. And the students who have met those requirements are Steve Brewster with the 95th percentile on the ACT composite and 18 new basics. Lana Knedlick with 99th percentile on the ACT composite, 21 new basics. James Persinger, 95th percentile and 20 new basics. Gene Rundas, 92nd percentile, 16 basics. And Tandy Coast, 98th percentile with 21 new basics. They each will receive, I don't break, a beautiful embossed certificate from the President of the United States, George Bush, along with a personal letter from George Bush. And note at the bottom it even says, Barbara joins me in congratulating you for this honor and in sending you our best wishes for every future success. God bless you. And congratulations.
Mrs. Lewandowski is unable to be here this evening, so it's my pleasure to present 2 awards from her area. The first is the Jeff Bowersox Memorial Yearbook Award that goes to the outstanding member of the yearbook class, and this year's recipient of that award is Steve Brewster. The other award is in memory of Jim Smith, and it's a photography award. This award includes a $100 cash gift, and this year's recipient is Brenda Cook.
I would like Clayton Molina to please come forward. I have 2 State of Kansas Scholarship Contest certificates to present. One is for honorable mention in bookkeeping in Class Award B, and the other one is for honorable mention in bookkeeping State Award.
The award I'm going to get out tonight is in memory of my brother, Taylor A. Davis II. The award is given to the student whose potential for leadership, grades, activities, and career goals are directed towards the business field. Tonight's recipient will receive a medal and have his name engraved on a plaque out in the trophy case. I am proud and honored to present this award to Jim Persinger.
Mrs. Chatfield couldn't be here this evening, but she asked me to present some Emporia State Scholarship results. She said one of the students could not be here, but I do want to recognize her. Miss Jamie Stroh, Belleville High School, has received 3rd place in Comprehensive Home Ec Class Award B, that's statewide, 3rd place in the state in home economics. And Tanya Gilbert, would you please come forward? Tanya Gilbert, Belleville High School, has received honorable mention in Comprehensive Home Economics State Award 1989, and I want to congratulate her. Mr. Johnson couldn't be here tonight, so he asked me to present the Industrial Arts Award, and each year, the Jeff Darowich Industrial Arts Award is presented to an outstanding student in Industrial Arts. And this year, that is awarded to Clayton Janasi. Would you please come forward? Clayton will receive a medal, and his name will also be inscribed on the plaque that's displayed in the lobby. Congratulations.
State of Kansas Scholarship Contest Awards. These, by the way, are for the top 15% of all the people taking them. Sophomores have Sandy Berklinger, State Award, and Class B Award. Sandy? Juniors, Bonnie Boyer, State Award, and Class B Award. Lori Eggers, State Award, Class B Award. I'm having fun. All right, get your hands up here. In case you didn't know it, you're getting honorable mention in English 11 State Award, honorable mention in Class B. Daryl Reiki, State Award, Class B Award. Seniors, Lana Knedlick, State Award, Class B Award. James Persinger, State Award, Class B Award. G. Rundas, State Award, Class B Award. Danny Croce, State Award, Class B Award. Thank you.
The first award I'd like to present tonight are for the top physical science students, the top 2. They receive a silver and gold medal. That'd be Jonan Sedlacek and Jamie Stroh. They come forward.
like to have the following students in biology come forward. Jean Sedlogic, Tammy Romberger. The top student in biology this year, Biology 1, was Jean Sedlogic, and the silver medal goes to Tammy Romberger. Jean Sedlogic received an honorable mention in the state and also honorable mention in Class B.
For the chemistry classes, the top two individuals are Clayton Molenta and Daryl Reiki. They come forward. And if they stay up here for a second too, they also were involved in the Korea test, and they received honorable mention in state and Class B, as well as Laura Eggers. Also, Clayton Molenta has been chosen to receive the Bosch and Lowe Award. It's given each year. We pick a junior that represents the most outstanding science student at this time, and next year he will be eligible, possibly eligible for a scholarship from Bosch and Lowe as well. So present that.
Top student in there is Kay Lewandowski. Silver medal goes to David Anderson. Maybe they get that. Okay, Earth Science. I'd like to have the following students come up. Joe Cottom, Rundis, Doug Chapman, Ed Sims, Greg Fisher. In the Emporia test, Ed Sims received an honorable mention in Class B award. He also received an honorable mention in the state award. Gene Rundis received an honorable mention in the state award and was awarded second place in Class B schools. Greg Fisher received honorable mention, state award. Doug Chapman received honorable mention, state award, and second place in Class B. Joe Cotter received honorable mention, state award, and honorable mention in Class B. The top student in Earth Science this year goes to Doug Chapman. And the silver medal goes to Joe Cotter.
Physics this year, we had three individuals that were honorable mentions in state and Class B. Those were Greg Schofield, they come forward, Greg Schofield, Doug Chapman, and Lana Knedley, they come forward. Also, the top two students in physics this year were Lana Knedley with the gold medal and Greg Schofield with the silver.
Each year at Kansas State University, College of Engineering selects a student that's outstanding in math and science, called the Dean's Award. This year it goes to Lana Clinton.
I'd like to have these students come forward. Matt Swin, Jonathan Gisby, Jolene Sabacek, Belinda Thompson, Elise Malenta, Jolene Sabacek, Clayton Malenta, Lana Clement, Greg Schofield, and Tandy Tripp. In the area of general math, we have an Emporia State Contest Award for Matt Swin, honorable mention, and honorable mention Class B. In Algebra 1, Jonathan Kisney got honorable mention, State Award, and honorable mention Class B. Jolene Salache, honorable mention, State Award, and Class B. In Algebra 1, Belinda Thompson, honorable mention, State Award, and Class B. Algebra 1, Elise Malenta, State Award, honorable mention, and Class B. Jolene Salachek, honorable mention, Class B, main geometry. Clayton Malenta, Algebra 2, Class Award, honorable mention, Class B. Also want to recognize, don't have awards for these three students, but want to recognize students from Belleville High School. 9 students from the high school took the American High School Mathematics Contest test this year, and the 3 highest scoring students that took that test qualified for state honors, and those high scoring students this year were Clayton Malenta, Lana Clement, and Greg Schofield. Those 3 students scored 32nd in the state of 95 schools that took the test. Greg Schofield does receive a medal that we have not received yet. Greg scored 30th in the state of 3,700 students that took the test. Also have an award, outstanding senior math student that scored the highest in senior math this year, and that award goes to Lana Clement. Excuse me, Tandy Tripp. Thank you.
Okay, I have the Kansas State Scholarship Contest people also here to recognize. I'm just going to call them up, and I'll name these to them. Lana Clement and Carrie Doctor, Lori Akers, Lisa Faulkner, and Matt Foreman. In current affairs, Lana received honorable mention, current affairs, state award, and Class B award. In U.S. history, Carrie Doctor and Lori Akers, Lisa Faulkner, and Matt Foreman all received honorable mention and Class B award.
Emporia State Scholarship Test, I'd like these people to come forward. Lori Agers, Clayton Molina, Daryl Rickey, Greg Schofield, these people are all receiving honorable mention in Psychology State Award and also honorable mention in Psychology Class Award, Class B. I'd like these people to come forward. Steve Brewster, Joe Cottom, Lana Knedlick, James Persinger, Gene Rundis, and Tandy Trost. These people also are receiving Emporia State Scholarship Honorable Mention State Awards and Class B Awards for government. Thank you.
Estoy aquí para decirles que los alumnos en español este año son muy excelentes. I'm here to tell you that the students in Spanish this year have been very excellent. We're the classes that speak in tongues. We go down the hall saying, hola, ¿qué tal? And things like that. So, would the following students please come forward? Bob Boyer, Denise Danielson, Heidi Everett, Jackie Stranan, sorry Jackie, Colinda Thompson, Alice Valenta, Jamie Stroh, Bonnie Boyer, Tanya Gilbert, Mark Matthews, Christy Rizak, Carrie Doctor, Lori Eggers, Jolene Sedlacek, Brian Dieterding, and Stephen Novak, if he's here. The first award that I will read, there are no Emporia State scholarships in Spanish, tests in Spanish. So what I do every year is I give an award that I call La Pluma Rosa, or the Pink Pen Award. I don't have the pink pens with me tonight. I'll give them to the kids later. But I grade their papers during the year with pink ink. And these guys all got A's, so they didn't get enough pink ink, except Stephen. He's not taking Spanish this year, so I'll tell you his award later. I have certificates for each of them. The Spanish 2 kids' pens turned purple because they made it through 2 years of Spanish with the grade of A. And it's not always easy to do. They're scored not only on their written work, but on their oral work and on their ability to understand when they hear it. One special award I'd like to give tonight, and it looks like Brian didn't stay, but I also give a pronunciation award to the Spanish 1 student who I feel has developed the most native-sounding pronunciation. And the award winner this year is Brian Dieterding. And I think he's done an excellent job. I was going to ask him to say something, but he must have known I was going to do that. I also give a Most Improved Student Award, and that award goes to Denise Danielson, not because she hasn't been a good student all year, but because when we got ready to do skits, this gal went to work on her pronunciation, and when she came across on that videotape, she sounded, well, she really rattled it off. We were all impressed. So I'll hand out the certificates. Stephen is here because he is the winner of this year's Bravo Award, the award given by the Spanish department for activities in Spanish Club and for academics. Stephen took 2 years of Spanish, had a good grade point average, and I would say knew about as much about Spanish by the time he got out of there as anybody. So congratulations, Stephen. He'll receive a plaque, and I'll give that to him later, too. In theater, the people who work behind the set, the tech crews, are every bit as important as the actors who go out and get the glory. I would like to have Greg Schofield, Lonnie Woodman, and Leslie Novak, please come forward. The Sherry Leading Award goes to a person I was told to pick, not the name. I was just told to pick someone who had a flair for drama. And Troy Pumpkin, please. And that's to the person who through thick and thin was in there pitching and helping and doing everything and always with the best spirit. Thank you.
Our forensic team this year was outstanding. We brought home, I shouldn't say we, they brought home the first sweepstakes award for Belleville High School. Having to pick one of them, I had to go to the young man who went to state championship, broke in both extent and information, received 5th place in informative on the state level. Clayton, I think he has 8 medals now, and he is our outstanding forensic student.
The Dale James Award is presented each year to the outstanding male athlete at Belleville High School. One of the requirements of that award is that that athlete not only be a good athlete, but also display the highest ideals of loyalty, sportsmanship, and citizenship. The award is presented in memory of Dale James, a member of the Belleville High School football team who lost his life in 1950 due to an injury suffered in a football game. The vote or the athlete is selected by a vote from each of the head coaches, and the recipient's name will be inscribed on a plaque in the lobby of the gym. This year's recipient of the Dale James Award is Steve Spleeton.
The Outstanding Female Athlete Award is presented each year by the B Club to the outstanding senior female athlete who displays the highest ideals of loyalty, sportsmanship, and citizenship. The athlete is selected by the head girls coaches, with each coach having one vote. The athlete's name will be placed on a plaque in the school's trophy case. This year's recipient of the Outstanding Female Athlete Award is Lana Canetta. During her 4 years of athletic participation in Belleville High School, Lana has won 10 varsity letters in volleyball, basketball, and track. She has also been selected to all league teams in volleyball and basketball and is a league champion in 110-meter high hurdles.
Lisa Parker, please come forward. At this time, I would like to present the Student Council gavel to next year's Student Council Student Body President, Lisa Parker. With this gavel, there's a lot of pride, a lot of responsibility, and a lot of headaches. You'll probably never use it in a meeting, but at home, you may use it for this. Congratulations and very good luck.
I accept this gavel with the realization that I do have a big job ahead of me next year, but I'm ready to serve the student council and the student body to the best of my ability.
On behalf of Mrs. Jensen and National Honor Society, we would like to recognize these senior members: Steve Brewster, Susan Day, Faye Horner, Lana Knedley, Jim Persinger, Gene Rundis, and Candy Troge. Selection to this organization is based on scholarship, service, leadership, and character, and we want to present each one of these students with the recognition pin.
Before I present the Kansas State High School Activity Association awards, at the end of football season, I had a student come to me, wanted to visit me privately in my office concerning school spirit. She was very sincere. She said that she was concerned that school spirit was at a low ebb, and she asked me to become involved and try to help in every which way that I could. So we formed at that time a principal's task force on school spirit. Tried some things new. We met, we had about a 20-member committee. At that time, I decided that I was going to give a special award to the girl at Belleville High School who most signified leadership and school spirit. Open freshman through senior. To one boy, the same thing, and to one faculty member, because the students were saying, we need somebody on the faculty to help us along the way, to be able to do those extra things at pep assemblies, and to help encourage us. And so I'm going to give 3 awards. I don't know how many are going to be here because they do not know about this, but I'd like to call the following people forward. Sandy Durflinger, Darren Schlegel. Now, Darren, you're back there. You bet. I don't think you missed a game all year. He was in the crowd. I'll tell you what, Darren, come on up. Come on up. We had to put him in a little different gear because of Rule 52. But we got him there, and I don't know what's magic about this guy, but he seems to get some of the other boys to yelling and showing spirit to crowds, and I want to congratulate him for those efforts. decision was made a long, long time ago. The faculty person receives this award, Mr. Dean Leviel. I don't believe he's here tonight, but he constantly went up and gave speeches. He came out in his flippers, and I don't know, all kinds of things. But he did a lot to try to encourage that school spirit, and we appreciate it. So I want to give him that recognition. Now, the Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Awards, each year a certificate is presented to a senior girl and boy who best exemplify citizenship. And it's based on the following criteria: respect. Respect for the flag, respect for the national anthem, respect for other students, respect for adult leaders, and demonstrates a tolerance and respect for the religious convictions of others. Responsibility, willingness to assume citizenship, responsibilities in the school as well as the community, works to build school pride, displays good sportsmanship, whether as a participant or a spectator, is friendly toward new students and encourages them to become involved in school activities, and shows a reverence and concern for life. The principal in each school is to select a faculty committee to select this award, and I selected the teachers who have most of the seniors. And that committee met and made the following decisions. Would Steve Brewster and Tandy Crooks please come forward?
I'll be presenting the Jim Smith Memorial Golf Award. The recipient will have his name engraved in a trophy case on the plaque and receive a medal. And this year's recipient is Mr. Gene Rivas.
Congratulations, seniors. As of Sunday, he will be an alumnus of BHS. Part of the alumnus does a lot of things, and we would like to keep in touch with you, but you'll have a lot of addresses, so we hope you will keep in touch with us and keep up the spirit of good old BHS. On behalf of the alumna, I would like to present 2 scholarships for Joe Cotton and Carlene Levendusky. Please come forward.
Belleville, Kansas presents 2 scholarships each year. And the one I'd like to present right now is to Steve Spreaker.
At the same time, I'd like to call Michelle Cassidy.
These $250 scholarship will be paid to the college of your choice at the time of enrollment.
It's my honor tonight to be representing Ann and Caleb Bevermeyer and present the Darrell Bull Memorial Music Award. I know the recipient isn't here, but I'd like to announce who that is, and that is Mr. Todd Marquardt. Each year, the music department of Belleville High School gives a $100 cash award to the senior that has performances throughout the community, church, and school through their 4 years of high school. And this young man, I know that everyone sitting here has heard him play someplace and many times all over the community and in church and also in school. And the recipient for the Music Service Award this year is Mr. Howard Reed. The next award is in memory of Mr. Fred Clark. This is a $1,000 award. And it's always sad that we have to give this award, but it's always great that his memory lives on. And this $1,000 helps some other young man achieve his goal in life. This year's recipient of the Brentley T.E. Clark Memorial Music Award is Mr. Steve Spiegel.
I would like to present this check to the Carmen Henshaw Memorial Scholarship and Lionel Medal. Lionel.
The Judy Becker Norland Memorial Scholarship is presented by her class in 1962 to a senior who has participated in the music program at least 2 years. This year's recipient has been active in both vocal and instrumental. Would Troy Coffin please come forward? Congratulations on receiving this plaque and cash award.
In behalf of Marge Waring, who could not be here tonight, I would like to present a $100 scholarship from the Ethel Weeks Memorial, and this is presented to the Shakespeare Club, Study Club, and I would like Stephen Speakall to come forward.
On behalf of Dr. and Mrs. George Reed, I'm honored to present the George Reed Agriculture Scholarship to Joe Cobb this year. This is based upon leadership, scholastic, and an ag experience program. It's someone planning on furthering their career in agriculture.
The recipient of the Kenneth Tooley Memorial Agricultural Award is Joe Cotta.
Jeff Darowitz, once a student in my classroom, graduated from BHS in 1978. I remember him as a real competitor in athletics. He daily displayed Christian values that made him many friends. It is indeed an honor to present this $100 check in memory of Jeff to Sandy Culbertson.
Each year, the Belleville Columbus Club selects two recipients of a $175 scholarship. One of them is for a college-bound student, and one is selected for a VOTEC-bound student. This year's recipients, Troy Calkins,
On behalf of the First National Bank, I'd like to present a $200 FFA scholarship, first to continued agriculture, to a Cotton, forward.
Belleville Knights of Columbus each year presents a scholarship, $200 scholarship. And this year we had co-winners, and the winners are Arlene Lewandowski and Sherry Smith.
This year she received the honorary medal that Barcelona sends out each year for this person.
Each year, Mr. Davey and I conjure up a Science Scholarship Award. This is our 4th year, and this year's recipient, based on the number of science classes they've taken and also their scores in these science classes, the recipient of this $100 scholarship is Doug Chapman.
Indicating that they will obtain a degree in the teaching profession. And this form that they fill out indicates also a need of financial help, most of the students. All right, now let's see. Susan Day, Michelle Castle, and Sherry says,
on behalf of National Honor Society and Mrs. Jensen, I would like to present a $100 scholarship to both Tandy Troth and Lana Knevis.
On behalf of the family of Russell W. Ball, I am pleased to present Steve Brewster with a $100 scholarship.
On behalf of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce, this is the first year that the Chamber of Commerce is giving a $300 scholarship to an essay winner. This year we had six essays. This $300 scholarship will be given $150 per semester. And the essay this year, in keeping with our youth and youth programs program, the Chamber of Commerce was entitled, "What is there about Belleville, Republic County area that may attract me to someday live and work here?" This year's recipient is Tandy Trost.
Each year, the Grand Lodge of Kansas sponsors an essay contest on timely subjects concerning young people of the community. And the local lodges sponsor the recipients, those who enter into the Grand Lodge essay contest. This year's essay winner was Sherry Day, the past masters of Belleville Lodge number 125. We'd like to present her with a $100 scholarship, or savings bond.
For the past several years, each year, the USD 427 staff have made contributions to a USD 427 personnel scholarship. And once again, we've done that this year. And at this time, I'd like to have Joe Cottom come forward. This year, Joe Cottom receives the USD 427 Personnel Scholarship Award. Kim Klima and Doug Chapman, please come forward. On behalf of Belleville Eagles Auxiliary, Kim, I'd like to give you this acknowledgement that you will receive the 1989 Auxiliary Scholarship. Doug, on behalf of Belleville Eagles, Area 3281, present you with this award letter for the 1989 Belleville Eagles Scholarship. When the 8th graders were here last week, I told them that one of the first things about making it at Belleville High School was do not break things. When I broke the mic stand, try again. Would Steve Brewster and Lana Knedlick please come forward? Lana and Steve, on behalf of Belleville Elks, I would like to present to you award letters notifying you that you received the $100 Belleville Elks scholarships for this year. And I also want to acknowledge, I didn't stop Lana, I'm sorry, but I also want to acknowledge that Lana Knedlick is receiving a Kansas Elks Foundation award for one-year college scholarship, and I also have a certificate to present Steve Brewster for a National Elks Foundation Renewable 4-Year Scholarship Award. Let's give both of them a round of applause. This year, the Area Drug and Alcohol Council is presenting scholarships to 5 Belleville High School students. One will go to Sherry Sis, who's unable to be here this evening. And would these 4 other people please come forward? Steve Brewster, Susan Day, Michelle Castle, and Carlene Lewandowski.
Before I introduce our two special guests, I want to acknowledge some other people who helped make these things possible. First of all, if you've noticed tonight, Belleville High School recognizes its academics as well as it does its athletics. And that's all made possible because of the communities that are represented by the school. Belleville Republic and Munden areas. And without their support, without the contributions and scholarships that these people make possible, these awards would not be possible to these students. And academic excellence would not be where it is today. I also want to thank the parents of those students, because you are very important. And let's not forget the teachers who work to teach these students, and the support that the Board of Education has provided for those teachers and the right kind of climate for us to achieve. Sometimes we do not recognize what we have until we're removed from it. We don't recognize what we have until we're someplace else. And in the last month or so, I've heard many, many people exclaim, how in the world do you at Belleville High School end up with so many honors? And how do you get those top scholarships? And how do you do this? And how do you do that? Well, I just explained how we do that. It's because of the effort of the students, the support of the community, fine teachers, and the whole school system that makes that possible. We have some special guests with us tonight. First one I want to introduce to you is a representative directly from Senator Bob Dole's office, Washington, D.C., here to make a special presentation tonight, an unusual presentation. I want to introduce to you Mr. Ron Weininger.
Thank you very much for the invitation to be with you this evening. And on behalf of Senator Dole, let me begin by extending his greetings and also by congratulating each of the award winners tonight. If I might take just a moment, I'd like to explain a little bit about the scholarship that I'm going to present. The Senator's office was first contacted by Mr. Berman to inform him that a very talented student from Belleville High School had been selected to receive the Robert C. Byrd Honor Scholarship. Only 56 graduating seniors will be presented with Byrd scholarships in the state of Kansas this year. The scholarship is to be used at an institution of higher education. The Robert C. Byrd Scholarship Program was established in Title IV, Part A, Section 419 of Public Law 99-498, the Higher Education Amendments Act of 1986. By law, the scholarship recipient, and I quote from the law, must demonstrate outstanding academic achievement and show promise of continued academic achievement, end of quote. This is an award for $1,500 to be used during the first year of study. As you know, this scholarship is named for Senator Robert C. Byrd, the senator for the state of West Virginia. Senator Byrd has a long and distinguished career of achievement in public service. Senator Byrd recently stepped aside as the majority leader of the United States Senate, a post that he occupied from 1977 to 1981 and from 1987 to 1989. In the interim, he served as the minority leader of the Senate. During the 99th Congress and 100th Congress, Senator Byrd and Senator Dole occupied the leadership positions of their respective parties in the Senate and have always maintained a healthy respect for one another's legislative skill. Senator Byrd assumed the chairmanship of the powerful Senate Appropriations Committee this year after announcing his resignation as Senate Majority Leader. Senator Byrd first entered public service in 1946 when he was elected to the West Virginia House of Delegates, and since that time has served in the West Virginia Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, and the United States Senate. He's held more elective offices in the state of West Virginia than any person in history and holds numerous honorary degrees and awards. It's in that tradition of excellence and accomplishment that we award the Robert C. Byrd Scholarship tonight to one of the 56 Kansans who is eligible. Not only has she demonstrated academic excellence, as you've seen by the number of awards that she's already received, but she's been a member, an active member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and National Honor Society and the Methodist Youth Fellowship, of which she served as president of all three of those organizations this year, Science Club, band, all three sports, and has been involved in numerous other activities. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of President George Bush, the Congress of the United States, Senator Robert Byrd, and Senator Bob Dole to present the Robert C. Byrd Honor Scholarship to Lana Knedlick and to wish her continued academic achievement.
I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce to you our other guest. He was here 2 years ago, and it happened to be that I think he was behind a representative at Pat Roberts' office that time for another Bird Scholarship. I think he's beginning to get the feeling that I keep putting him behind the congressman, but we do welcome him back, and I'd like to present to you at this time a representative from Jostens Incorporated, Randy Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Furman. I was here 2 years ago last year. Our yearbook representative, Darius Mammon, made a presentation here at Belleville High School. This is getting to be a habit at Belleville High School. Belleville High School, to my knowledge, has won more Jostens Foundation scholarships than any other high school in the state of Kansas. And according to my Midwest regional manager, on a per capita basis, Belleville High School leads the entire United States of America in Jostens Foundation scholarship. I think this says something not only for the talented young people that you have at Belleville High School, but I've got to believe, I was a classroom government teacher for 10 years before I worked for Jostens. Some of the people on the faculty at Belleville High School must be doing something right somewhere, and I think we ought to give a round of applause to the faculty at Belleville High School. There's a lot more classroom teacher in me than there is representative from Jostens, so I had to throw that in. Somebody's doing something right somewhere. Last year, as I mentioned, the yearbook representative made a presentation here. I'm here for the third year in a row, and the Jostens Foundation, I should mention a little bit about it. Too many times we're just simply associated with the fact that we sell items in high schools throughout the United States and across the entire world, class rings, graduation announcements, diplomas, caps and gowns, yearbooks, and so forth. But this is a way of the Jostens Corporation giving something not only back to the schools but to members of the community. And this particular foundation's leadership scholarship is in recognition of the highest standards of achievement and leadership, school and community involvement, and academic performance. And this year's recipient is Lana Knedling. Lana? Mention Lana is one of 500 recipients of $1,000 scholarships to a college of her choice throughout the United States of America. Thank you. Congratulations again.
I really enjoy this part of the evening because I get the opportunity to show you in our communities what people outside our communities think of some of our Belleville High School seniors. This time, the following people come forward: Steve Brewster, Lana Knedling, James Persinger, Tandy Trost. While they're coming and while they're up here, I'll explain to you that every year in the state of Kansas, Board of Regents in the state of Kansas designates State of Kansas Board of Regents scholars based on performance in the American College Testing Program's ACT test, which is a college entrance examination, which tests students in English, math, social, and natural sciences. These four students are designated this year as State of Kansas Board of Regents Scholars, and this time going to present them each with a certificate so stating. Steve? State of Kansas, it gives me great pleasure to present to Belleville High School a certificate recognizing the academic achievements of its senior students and who have been designated as Board of Regents Scholars.
I want to take this opportunity to give some recognition to. I don't think that most people realize how much time and effort and energy it takes to encourage these students. They're all very busy. They have a lot of academics, a lot of activities. A lot of these awards are made possible because of the excellent counselor that we have at Belleville High School. And I want to recognize him, Mr. Alger.
I got to tell you that it's fairly easy to do when you've got hungry students, and these guys are hungry. I counted up today, I think 23 of members of this class are getting some award from somebody this year, and I think that's spectacular. This is the smallest class in our district, folks, and they're pretty hungry folks, because they emptied the scholarship bins all year long. I'd like Lana Knedlick to come back again. This is because everybody likes to see you walk back and forth with her. I want to tell about two things. And I only have a presentation for one of them, but I want to tell about two. First of all, I want to acknowledge that, and this is the first time that I or anybody I know of, that we have had a winner of this particular award, and that is that Lana has recently been informed that she's received a National Honor Society National Scholarship. And that's quite an honor. This next is not a scholarship, but it is a designation of academic excellence, and it comes from the University of Kansas and designates Lana as a Watkins Burger Scholar. Steve Brewster, would you please come forward? On behalf of Bartlesville Wesleyan College, where Steve will be attending school, I wish to present this certificate for a Golden Eagle Academic Scholarship to Steve Brewster. Brenda Cook and Michelle Castle, please come forward. On behalf of Highland Community College, I want to present a certificate for a photography scholarship award to Brenda Cook and a certificate for a cheerleading scholarship to Michelle Castle. Well, this is my first forgot tonight. Here we go. Teresa Hanson, would you please come forward? On behalf of Joseph, I'm having Teresa come forward so I can tell her what I forgot, you understand. On behalf of Joseph's Colleges of Beauty, I wish to acknowledge that Teresa is receiving a scholarship from them, which I have in my office. Now I have several others that I want to list, and what I want to do is just ask these people to stand where they are. I know it may be difficult for some of you to see them, but I'll have them stand where they are and then acknowledge them and let you applaud for them there so they don't have to keep coming back and forth. Tandy, if you'd please stand. Tandy Trost, this year, among her many honors, is receiving a Dane Hansen Student Scholarship. And Steve Brewster, Lana, and Tandy, if you would stand. On behalf of the Harry B. Sweet Foundation, I want to congratulate these students on receiving Harry B. Sweet Foundation scholarships for the 1989-90 school year. Kim Klima, if you would stand. Kim is receiving, through Southwestern Bell Telephone, a Telephone Pioneers of America Scholarship Award for her 1989-90 school year. Craig Fisher, if you would stand where you are. Craig is being offered a music scholarship this year for the 89-90 school year through Barton County Community College. Now, if these people would stand, Sandy Culbertson, Susan Day, Faye Horner, Carlene Lewandowski, Jean Rendis, along with Sherry Sis, these people, and stay standing, these people are being offered awards through Cloud County Community College. First of all, Sherry is being offered an academic award. Jean Rendis being offered an academic scholarship through Cloud County Community College. Sandy Culbertson being offered an academic award and a theater scholarship through Cloud County. Let's see, Susan and Carlene are being offered academic awards through Cloud County Community College. And oh yes, hello from Everett Miller, Susan and Faye and Carlene are all three being offered activity scholarships to participate in Great Society Singers for the 89-90 school year. And they didn't know until now. These people, please stand. Doug Chapman, Lana Knedley, James Persinger, and Tandy Trost. Kansas State University is pleased to offer an engineering scholarship award to Doug Chapman, a Seton Engineering scholarship to Lana Knedley, as well as a Kansas State University Putnam scholarship to Jim Persinger, a Kansas State University Leadership Scholarship Award and Engineering Scholarship, and to Tandy Trost, Kansas State University Foundation Scholarship. Howard, please stand. Howard Reed is being offered a Music Scholarship Award 1989-90 by Wichita State University. Before I go, I want to apologize. I am sure that I have inadvertently left some things off out here tonight or off the commencement program, and I'll just apologize for that right now. There's a ton of them, and you should know that sometimes things also come in after this happens this evening. Before we go, I think it's time to give a well-deserved hand to the senior class of 1989. Good night. Thank you for coming.